Right now on Jamaica News Page tonight, the dramatic arrest in Florida. An alleged gangster from Craigtown wanted in connection with murder in Jamaica, now in custody in the United States. Tonight, the long list of serious charges he's now facing. Also developing tonight in St. Andrew, two men shot and killed by police in the Waltham Park area. What investigators are revealing, and pressure building at UMONA.
Exam! No money, no exam! No money, no exam! No money, no exam!
Workers protesting again over delayed salary increases, what they're now warning could come next. Plus, new developments tonight in the Carnival shooting investigation involving podcaster Jay Frey and music producer Javi Ambassador. And there's good news tonight, a breakthrough for accessibility in Jamaica. Stick around to hear about a new talking prescription technology helping persons who are blind or visually impaired take their medication safely and independently. Welcome or welcome back to Jamaica News Page tonight, news that keeps you connected to what's happening across Jamaica, and we're powered by viewers just like you. Please click subscribe and tap the notification bell to stay connected. Thank you for joining us, Dion Bryden. Jamaica News Page tonight starts right now. We begin tonight with a major international crime development involving a Jamaican national. A man wanted for murder in Jamaica is now in custody in the United States. U.S. authorities say Roger Mandela Allen, believed to be a member of the Craigtown gang, was apprehended during a targeted vehicle stop on March 31 in Florida. But investigators say Allen attempted to flee. Take a look. The officer was hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries and is expected to recover. According to U.S. officials, Allen was found with narcotics and a stolen firearm at the time of his arrest. He now faces multiple felony charges, including aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer, illegal re-entry into the United States, and firearm offenses. U.S. officials say Allen had previously been deported in April 2022 after crossing the U.S.-Mexico border in December 2021, but later re-entered the country illegally. Immigration authorities have placed a detainer on him, meaning he will be handed over to Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE officials after his criminal case concludes. Back here in Jamaica, 5 people have been charged with murder following a deadly machete attack in Manchester. Charged are 32-year-old Gerald Housen, otherwise called Azzy, an electrician, 23-year-old Shamar Brown, otherwise called Tar, 32-year-old Romania Christie, otherwise called Maro, 33-year-old Ricardo Dudney, otherwise called Mice, and 36-year-old Ariane Housen, otherwise called Chantel, all laborers of a village district in the parish. You'll remember 31-year-old electrician Otis Moore was involved in a dispute reportedly over $7,000 owed for a car rental when he was attacked along a roadway in Kabbalah and chopped multiple times. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead on arrival. The 5 accused are now awaiting a court date. Turning now to this developing story in St. Andrew, a suspect who was being sought in connection with the fatal shooting of Jamaica Defense Force Private Daniel Crawford has been killed during a police operation. The incident happened early Wednesday morning along Stevens Lane off Waltham Park Road. The man has been identified as Rasheen Douglas, otherwise called Grimmy or Grimlin. He was one of 2 suspects fatally shot in separate police operations in the corporate area. The second has been identified as 22-year-old Camrick Williams, otherwise called Bashi or Tajay. Investigators say that about 3:40 a.m., a police team was carrying out a special operation along Bowens Road and Stevens Lane in search of wanted men when they were confronted by armed individuals. During the reported confrontation, Douglas was fatally shot and a firearm seized. Police say Douglas was a prominent member of the Kid Lane gang and was also a suspect in the recent murder of O'Neill Edwards, whose body was discovered along the coastline behind Michael Manley Boulevard on Sunday. He was further listed as a person of interest in the murder of JDF Private Daniel Crawford, who was shot and killed along Stevens Lane on February 10. One suspect has since been charged in that case. The police involved the shooting on Wednesday. Investigators say Camrick Williams, otherwise called Bashi or Tajay, was killed in a separate confrontation with the same police team. Investigators allege that Williams engaged officers in a shootout and a firearm was also seized. Both men are believed to be members of the Kid Lane gang. Separately in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, a man was fatally shot by police on Tuesday. He has been identified as 28-year-old Curtis Morgan, otherwise called Maybach, a carpenter in the community. Investigators report that about 6:15 p.m., officers were on patrol in the area when two men were seen on a premises. The men allegedly brandished the firearms and opened fire at the officers, leading to a reported shootout. After the shooting, one man escaped while his accomplice was shot and injured. Police say Morgan was found with a 9mm pistol fitted with a magazine containing 6 rounds of ammunition. He was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital where he was pronounced dead. The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, has since launched a probe into the incidents. Data from INDECOM shows that more than 90 people have been killed in alleged confrontations with security forces since the start of the year, raising serious concerns over fatal police shootings across the island. Also in the news tonight, administrative and technical staff at the University of the West Indies Mona campus staged another day of protest on Wednesday, citing delays in promised salary increases.
No money, no exam. No money, no exam. No money, no exam. No money, no exam. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall
Workers say they have received no clear explanation since taking protest action earlier this week.
The principal, the registrar, everybody up there and they want to
This is the main thing. This is the main thing, right? Salary increase and back payment.
yeah, compensation.
So if nothing changes, you'll be out here again?
According to the group, the only response so far has been a memo from the university urging patience, while noting that it is still awaiting feedback from the Ministry of Finance. But protesters say they've heard similar assurances before and are growing increasingly frustrated. They also say their union has indicated that it too is still waiting on a response from the government. Workers are now warning that if the matter is not addressed soon, they may escalate their action. Meanwhile, campus registrar Dr. Donovan Stanberry says the university has been in discussions with the unions regarding the compensation review and that a response from the Ministry of Finance is expected shortly. Rising fuel prices could soon change how Jamaicans work. Energy Minister Darrell Vaz says the government is considering a return to work from home arrangements as global oil prices climb due to tensions in the Middle East.
Words to you, Jamaica, is definitively you are going to see increases as long as this continues. We will do what we can do, but it is important that you do what you need to do to understand that you need to conserve. Starting today, government is going to have to look at policies to limit movements, especially transportation movements. I don't know, Minister Dixon, I don't know whether or not we go back to a COVID hybrid version of working from home, but something has to happen, because the level of traffic that I'm seeing on the road doesn't show me that anybody realizes that there's a war on the price of fuel and oil. is just continuing to go up and up and up.
According to Minister Vaz, Petrojam has absorbed $1.3 billion in 4 weeks due to rising gas prices. He says if the rising prices persist up to June 2026, it could cost the government $11.8 billion. Minister Vaz says the government will not be able to foot the bill. Take a look at zinc fence removal exercises underway in sections of St. Andrew North Central. This is part of efforts to improve community spaces. The initiative is targeting areas such as Park Lane and Cassava Peas, where permanent walls are being erected to replace the zinc fencing. Member of Parliament Delano Seawright says the project forms part of a wider multi-year plan to enhance the overall look of these communities. He adds that the effort is not just about appearance, but also about fostering a positive shift in the mindset of residents. Now to an update on the Carnival shooting incident. Popular podcaster JD Jeffrey Richards, host of Toxic Talk and Let's Be Honest on YouTube, has retained attorney-at-law Isaac Buchanan and made his first court appearance. Richards, who remains in police custody, appeared before the court on Wednesday after investigators successfully applied to detain him beyond the 48-hour limit. He's scheduled to return to court on Friday. The shooting took place on Sunday night at the Big Wall after party during Carnival festivities at the Ryan Williams Entertainment Center in St. Andrew, where 3 people, including Richards and a U.S. citizen, were injured. Meanwhile, Javi Ambassador Morrison, producer and manager for dancehall artist 450, remains in police custody in connection with the incident. He's being represented by King's Counsel Peter Champagny, who says his client is confident he will be vindicated once investigations are complete. One of the other victims, a member of dancehall artist 450's entourage, was critically injured but survived the attack. Investigations are ongoing. And finally tonight, there is good news. For many Jamaicans who are blind, visually impaired, or living with reading challenges, something as simple as taking medication can be difficult and even dangerous. But a new assistive technology is now helping to change that. It's called Script Talk, a talking prescription system that allows patients to hear their medication instructions read aloud. The device uses a special label placed on prescription bottles. When scanned, it reads out key details like the drug name, dosage, warnings, and refill information. The technology was recently demonstrated by Jung Pharmacy at a caregiver's masterclass in St. Andrew. Pharmacists say the goal is to make medication use safer and more accessible while promoting independence and dignity for patients. Caregivers have welcomed the innovation, noting its potential to reduce medication errors, especially among the elderly and persons living with disabilities. Script Talk is also available as a mobile app supporting more than 50 languages and allowing users to access their prescription information privately on their smartphones. Efforts are now underway to expand access across the island. Persons interested are being encouraged to speak with their pharmacist for more information. This is definitely a game changer. Love it. And that's the news on Jamaica News Page tonight. News that keeps you connected to what's happening across Jamaica, and we're powered by viewers just like you. We've got special rewards just for you. When you become a Jamaica News Page member, you'll unlock these special rewards you love, including a loyalty badge next to your name in the comments, shoutouts for your birthday, anniversaries, other special moments, and just so much more. Joining is easy. Just click subscribe, then click join, and choose to become a full star or full elite member right now. That's it, simple and quick. A link to join has been posted in the comments. Please leave a comment so we can welcome you with a shout out. Thank you for joining us, Dion Bryden, and also thank you for watching Jamaica News Page tonight. We'll see you in the comments, and be sure to like, share, and join us again for more news. From all of us here, good night.